Good morning and welcome to plugging into eXp Realty and Impact Worldwide. My name is Meg Watson. If I haven't met you yet, I am located in Charleston, South Carolina, and love to just help everybody kind of navigate getting started. It can be very overwhelming when you join eXp with 90,000 agents globally to decide, where do I even start? Where do I go? So we're going to go through very quickly some of the basics today on not only getting started within the company, but how to plug into Impact Worldwide. If you're seeing this recording, you are part of Impact Worldwide, or you would not have been invited. So I'm going to go into the details of that and kind of how that is our immediate family within our massive, huge global family of eXp. So when we talk about joining the brokerage, there are a lot of things to do within onboarding. I could probably do a separate hour-long class just on onboarding, but in this class, I just touch on where you can find help, okay? So there are two places. Every state has multiple state agent care concierges that are there to guide you through the onboarding process. Because we are in all 50 states in the US and all province of Canada, and I think it's 24 other countries, onboarding is a little bit different for every state, right? So eXp has assigned state agent care concierges for each state. How you find out who that person is you send an email to the initials of your state where you're licensed. Mine would be SC for South Carolina. The initials of your state .broker@exprealty.net. The initials of your state .broker@exprealty.net. And just in the subject line, put, who is my state agent care concierge? And they will get right back to you if they haven't touched base already. They typically do very quickly after the state is saying to eXp, hey, Akena is coming on board in this state, okay? So they're there to guide you through the state process and help you through any of that. But there is an office also in eXp World. If you have not explored eXp World yet, we're going to be talking about that in a few minutes, but that is our global headquarters. It's live, it's interactive. We have over 2,000 staff members that are there to serve you at hand and foot every day. And there is an office in there called Agent Expert Care Office. In that office, you just pop your avatar in there, they're live, they talk to you, and you can just say, I'm lost. Help me through this onboarding process. What did I miss? I feel like I'm stuck, and they'll guide you through that. It's also really important during onboarding to follow your emails carefully from our onboarding staff and from your state agent care concierge, as they will be prompting you with things to do to make sure that you're set up in all of our systems and ready to rock and roll. One of the biggest pieces that can be a little bit challenging with setup with onboarding sometimes can be our KV Core setup. KV Core, if you're not familiar, is our CRM. It's where your database is housed with all of your past clients, future potential clients, where you keep in touch with them. And it's a wonderful lead generation tool as well. There is a lot to it to get any system like that set up. And KV Core is one of the top systems in the nation. Therefore, it's not the most simple for setup. eXp does do your private website, and they get that integrated into KV Core with it connected. They also connect KV Core to your local MLS, but there are a lot of other things that can be done on the back end that can really help expedite your lead generation, bring your website to the top of people's minds and presence. And Sandy Marshall is someone within our Impact Worldwide family that is an expert at KV Core. She does charge a fee, but if you're interested in talking with Sandy and saying, hey, set up the back end of my KV Core, I don't want to think about it, I just want it to work. She will go in there and set up your drip campaigns. She will make sure that everything is optimized to its highest capacity, all the things I never knew how to do. and she saved me. I never had to touch it. So there's Sandy's cell phone number, 843-247-0284. If you'd like to text her and reach out to her about finding out how she might be able to help you on the back end, she's an awesome resource. So what is Impact Worldwide Group? I mentioned that it can be overwhelming to come on board with 90,000 agents globally. What Impact Worldwide is, it is your immediate family within EXP. So lean on us. Deb Ressiter, who set this up for me today, who helps us with all these trainings and coordinates the Facebook group for Impact Worldwide. She is an amazing support. You'll hear me talking about Deb. Shelley Johnson and Craig LePage in Charlotte, North Carolina, when they came on board with EXP about the same time I did, almost 7 years ago, Shelley said, hey, let's just start a family, an immediate family that can share ideas with each other, do masterminds with each other, do collaboration and sharing, and definitely send referrals amongst each other. And we are in all 50 states. I believe Impact Worldwide is in almost all provinces of Canada now, and several other countries as well where we're represented. So we now consist of more than 3,700 agents just within this group globally. And on the Impact Worldwide Facebook page, you'll find referrals flying through there. And it's a great resource, not just for training and collaboration and support, but for those referrals. Here are our resources within Impact Worldwide. Craig LePage has done a great job, and Deb on the back end in creating a really awesome website that I'll share with you in just a minute. I do encourage you to either take screenshots of some of these resources today, or to have a note and notepad and pen handy to write some of these down. But this just shows you all the different things that we do. And we also even have Impact Worldwide separate Facebook pages per state. If we have a pretty good solid group of impact agents in a state, then you'll typically be able to search that on Facebook and become a part. Like I have Impact Worldwide South Carolina. So feel free to look those up on Facebook as well and see if there's a page for your state. But all the awesome things that we do, we stream a lot of trainings like this live to our Facebook page, and we do agent events across the country. And Deb, I'm about to mention, does an incredible job at keeping up with a calendar of all of our different impact agent events happening all over the country. Because what that can mean for you, as an example, I have a daughter that lives in Denver, Colorado. And we were doing an impact event in Denver. I didn't know any of the agents doing the event. I just saw it on our calendar and knew that it was an Impact Worldwide hosted event. So I reached out to the agents there that were putting it together and said, hey, can I invite a couple of guests? And one of my agents in my group here in Charleston invited a couple of her Denver friends, and they're now on board with EXP. So it can really help you grow your connections, your referrals, and your revenue share organization by keeping up with where we're doing events, not only just in your immediate area, but all over the country. This is where you will find the master calendar for Impact Worldwide events, okay? So please take a picture of that or put it in your browser as a favorite. And just check that if you can on a monthly basis to make sure that there's not an event going on somewhere where you could invite a couple of agents and they can get trained on certain topics and maybe learn a little bit more about EXP as well. So to be wired for communication with the Impact Group, here are your resources. You want to make sure that you are a part of the Impact Worldwide Facebook page, and then your Impact Worldwide state groups. If you're licensed in multiple states, feel free to go in and join the Impact Worldwide state groups on multiple, across multiple state platforms. There are also a couple of other Facebook groups that I highly recommend. If you're a part of Impact, the group right above Impact was started by Shelley Johnson's sponsor, AJ Maida, and he runs a Facebook group called Game Changers Nation. I personally really like that Facebook group. They do a lot of collaboration, a lot of productivity training, tons of agent attraction trainings and masterminds that happen like on a weekly basis. So I always mention that because that combined with Impact Worldwide, I think are two awesome resources for training and for out of the box ideas on growing your business. So definitely keep an eye on Game Changers Nation on Facebook as well. And then Mega Expansion is another Facebook group that is run by someone above AJ Mida within the revenue share organization. His name is Cliff Freeman. And Cliff also does some great trainings and has some wonderful resources on the Mega Expansion Facebook page. This is the awesome website that I was referring to, impactgroupworldwide.com. Craig LePage put a ton of work into setting this awesome resource page up for us. It's kind of our secret weapon as an Impact Worldwide agent. So hop on there today, check it out. There's a resource page that gives you a tour, a video tour of eXp World, a video tour of Workplace, an eXp Enterprise tour, all these awesome tools that you're trying to learn as you're coming on board. Craig has kind of set all that training up on this website for you in case you just only have certain hours to do it and you just want to sit and scroll through and learn. There's SkySlope trainings on there, your eXp Quick logo downloads are on there, all kinds of resources. There's even an onboarding guide. So please use this as your secret weapon for training and onboarding and keeping up with all things Impact Worldwide. We usually do some leadership Zooms, and actually there is a really awesome one happening. Let me just go back. Deb, I don't know if you're still on here, but I would like to tell them about the one on Friday.
7 days prior.
Let me see here. Deb, there's one tomorrow, right? A Zoom leadership call.
No.
I think she might be on a call. Let me see if I can mute her. There we go. Sorry. There is a leadership call tomorrow. I believe it's a Zoom on this Zoom link. Shelly, I think, texted that to me. Let me look that up real quick. It's Friday. I'm going to be traveling, so I don't have it on my calendar. But let me get that time for you. Well, sorry guys, too many text messages have been flying and I don't know. There was one on Monday, there's one on Friday. Maybe Deb, if you hear me, you could chime in and just let us know when that next Zoom leadership call is about the big build event in Charlotte. So that's Impact Worldwide. Now let's move on to eXp's overall global training tools and resources. If you're not familiar yet, this is your lifeline, expenterprise.com. I refer to as your cockpit, okay? If you're a pilot, this is where you can push all your buttons, get your business off the ground, get your onboarding off the ground, get everything done that you need to. You can log into all of our company's separate tools like SkySlope, Katie Core, your marketing center, all of that from this one website. So please make a note to make this a favorite on your URLs. Your company logos are there. This is, we used to download eXp World, not anymore. It shows you your production capping and your details on all of your monthly production. Your stock portal link is there. Your revenue share, it tells you where to go from there. So it's a really amazing website. Make sure that you're just kind of using that to log into your tools. And always remember that to log into any of our eXp Realty tools, you are required to use your eXp Realty email. Sometimes people will go, I can't log in. And it's because you're not using like mine is meg.watson@exprealty.com. So if you keep that in mind, it makes things really, really easy. Our corporate metaverse, eXp World, we don't have to download it anymore. I have some slides I need to update in here. But it is now way easier because all you have to do is go to exp.world and it takes you right into our live virtual interactive metaverse. If you have a class to go to, you can type in exp.world/main auditorium or exp.world/South SC auditorium for our South Carolina. It makes things so much more simple and so much easier. And I wish I had time during this class to take you guys in there, but there is a tour of that on our impactworldwidegroup.com website to help you out. But pretty incredible. They do at least 2 tours a day from the main welcome area where it pops your avatar in. So make sure you hop over to the information desk when you get in there and ask them, how do I go on a tour? And it is so easy to navigate and it's so easy to get answers and help from both your state brokerage team as well as like our main offices, accounting, agent care services, training, global office, all of that great stuff. What, communication, I like to talk about this. What is the best way to use to communicate with our staff? We have 2,000 staff members. Each one of you has your own state team that operates just within your state and is there to help you with contracts and addendums and sky slope questions and all of that. But how do you communicate easiest with them? So I'd like to talk about how do we collaborate as a company and how do we communicate? Our primary source of company communication is through Workplace by Facebook. So I'm going to ask you to please write down to download the mobile workplace app and the workplace chat app. So just like on Facebook, we have our own messenger platform, but it's called Workplace Chat. It is completely private to EXP agents. Everything is logged. So all of the communication, they really like for that to go through Workplace rather than email. You can use email. I do use email for my state team sometimes, but if I'm communicating with anyone within the company, I usually just go to Workplace Chat, type in their name, and send an instant message. It's so much faster and so much easier. So make sure that you download those 2 apps and communicate with your staff that way. The other neat thing is it's an app on your phone. So I'm always out on the run. I don't know about you guys. But I can just send a quick IM, an instant message through Workplace Chat to my state broker and say, if it's urgent question, could you possibly give me a call as soon as you have a moment, right? That fast. She gets it or he gets it, and they can call you through the Workplace app. So it starts ringing just like a regular phone call and you can have a conversation with them. So on Workplace by Facebook, not the chat app, but on Workplace by Facebook, it operates exactly like Facebook, where you can go into Facebook and type in basket weaving women, right? And you can find all kinds of groups. It's exactly the same way in Workplace by Facebook. So you're able to go in there. It's a company-wide tool and type in like women. If you're a female and you want to become a part of like a power women's group or a power men's group within EXP, our EXP referral network is on there. Local state groups, as well as worldwide referral networks. So Workplace by Facebook, go to the search bar at the top and just start typing. I always say type in your state first. Make sure you join the state referral group, your state page where your brokers will be posting state updates. Definitely check Workplace by Facebook at least a couple times a week at a minimum. But groups to join that are also neat, EXP Realty announcements, you're automatically a member of as soon as you come on board. But I personally like to look at that page every night because that is our main source of company information, okay? So you can look at it on your phone on the Workplace app, or you can hop on your computer every day and just check EXP Realty announcements page. And on there, you'll see multiple posts a day, updates on company tools and policies. And it's a really, really great one to make sure you have your notifications on for. There's another group that is similar to Impact Worldwide that's called EXP Family Tree. And if you go to Workplace by Facebook and in the top search bar, just type that in, EXP Family Tree, that's kind of a group of agents from all different immediate families that have just said, we're not going to go with one name. We're just all going to kind of pile in together and help each other and support each other and do trainings and resources. So I like to follow them, but they're not on Facebook. Their group does all of their posting on Workplace. And then make sure you have your notifications on for the EXP referral network and your EXP state referral groups as well. Okay, but that is an awesome, awesome tool. Training, oh my goodness, don't even know where to start. You probably have already figured this out. There's like 70 plus hours of live training every week in EXP World. So just exp.world on your browser. You can go look at the training calendar on there, but you can also find the training calendar on expenterprise.com. Okay, the cockpit website that we went over a little while ago. You want to look out for icon agents teaching their classes. Icon agents are the top 5% in production out of all of our 90,000 agents across the globe. And they pick a topic that they're best at and train on it a couple of times a month. So pretty exciting. We also have all of your onboarding classes to learn SkySlope, all of our tools that are taught by our staff. So you want to make sure that you're hopping in and learning SkySlope really well, learning KV Core. There are several different levels of KV Core classes if you really want to become an expert. But those are all free. They are all interactive. So you can type in a question, go straight to the instructor that's up at the front of the room as their avatar, and they answer your question live during the class. So definitely, definitely take advantage of the incredible training for your business and for our company tools on exp.world. iConversations is every Friday morning, followed by our agent leadership meeting. So you'll see that on the training calendar that you can look up either in the lobby of EXP World or expenterprise.com. This was just an example of what iConversations is. I mentioned that the icon agents are the top producers in the entire company, and they put a panel together of icon agents every single Friday to talk about a different relevant topic in the industry. So you don't want to miss it. It's in the EXP World Auditorium every Friday morning. They may have changed the time. This is an old slide, but definitely check that out and attend that on Fridays if you can. Then on top of all the national training, we have state trainings. So when you find the training calendar, you're going to look over on the right-hand column and you'll see all the initials of the states listed every day. And I can tell you here in South Carolina, we literally have a class every single morning at 8:30 a.m. Whether it's on professional development, our state meeting happens there. So that will show you, if you click on your class for your state, it shows you what classroom it's in exp.world. Also, most state classes are streamed live onto your state workplace page. So once you get on Workplace and you're a member of your state group, then most of the trainings that they do, I know in South Carolina anyway, they stream them all live to that page in case you're not able to pop into EXP World for the actual class. So I found that to be super helpful. I can scroll through the feed and go back and watch the state meeting from that week. But your state meetings are very critical, guys. This is where you really get to know your state staff. And they are the ones that are closely linked with you, that are there to help you with contractual questions, transactional questions, compliance questions, an awesome, awesome team. So make sure that you find out when your state meeting is on that training calendar every week and mark it on your calendar and be sure to attend, okay? Get to know your local EXP staff. It really is helpful. Events and EXP and impact events. Guys, this is where you really gain so much knowledge and you make lifelong connections. I joined the company 7 years ago. Of course, we were much smaller then, but I will tell you that getting myself physically to events, even though I had to pay for them and I had to make travel plans and I had to get there, was the foundation for my success within this company, really, because those referral relationships that you build when you're face to face with people across the country, incredible. So there are so many amazing things. We have EXPCon every fall. That is down in Miami this year. If you have not registered yet, you want to get there. Extremely important to get down there, make those connections. Not only that, but come back with so much knowledge to grow your business, you will not even know where to start. It's incredible. This is just an example of all the different events that happen, whether this is 2023, but whether they're within Impact or EXP globally, or Brent Gove, you'll hear me mention him a few times this morning. Brent does some incredible events. This is a Cabo event that he does every year. If you go to, and I have this website for you listed here in a minute, but it's Brent Gove, GOVE.com. Go to brentgove.com, look up his events, get registered for Cabo 2025, the most incredible event of the entire year and so worth going, especially if you really are serious about residual income long-term and building a retirement plan. Brent not only trains on your business, but also on growing your future. And I go every year to Cabo. It is absolutely my favorite trip of the year and so well worth it. And it's a tax write-off, which is always needed. I mentioned our annual EXP conference, which is called EXPCon. It is in Miami this year. And this is an old graphic over here, but it's October 27th through 30th. Just go to Workplace by Facebook. Once you've downloaded that app or on your computer, go to Workplace by Facebook and search EXPCon, all one word, up in the search bar, and it will pull up the registration page and all the information for you about EXPCon 2024 in Miami. That event is solely focused on your production. So every minute of every day, there are so many breakout sessions going on that I usually divide and conquer with my group that I go with. I'm like, who's going to the social media class? Okay, then I'm going to go to this one, and then you send me your notes. And I mean, it's insane. You just get so much incredible knowledge and meet some amazing partners from all over the world at that event. So it's definitely worth your time and energy. Lastly, we're going to go through a few resources. Don't forget the impactgroupworldwide.com website. Another great website for onboarding support is GeneFrederick.com. Gene is very high up. He was one of the early people within EXP, and he has some great onboarding resources on his website as well as trainings. And then I mentioned the Brent Gove website. Definitely want to plug into that, guys. Try to go to each of these today. Look up events, look up trainings, save some of the trainings, some very, very valuable resources. And then, of course, your cockpit, expenterprise.com. One last thing I think is really, really critical to, like I mentioned, getting plugged in and involved within this organization. We're obviously set up as a big connected family with a revenue share, right? But if you don't get to know who is in your up family, your up team, then you're not really able to take advantage of all the things they can do to support you as well, okay? So reach up for support. If you just remember that, you've got your wonderful employees of EXP, we have our state teams, you have me, you have Shelly, you have Craig, you have Deb, but above us are 6 or 7 other people in your upline that would be extremely helpful and great to get to know. So I have a challenge for you. Within the hour, when you get off this call, go to it's my.exprealty.com. Okay, type that in, go there, log in with your eXp Realty email, and it's going to show you on the very first page who is your level one, or who is your first up level, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. All right. I want you to take their names and go to the workplace chat app. Go to workplace chat, type in each of their names, and send them a message and say, I was in Meg Watson's class today about getting plugged into this company. I'm in your downline. I'm in your family, and I would love to get to know you. Tell me where you're located. Can we work referrals? Do you do specific trainings that I could be a part of? Let's hop on a call and just learn about each other. So I challenge you to do that today, and you will not believe the level of support and love that you feel, the synergy that you feel from your up team. And that's it. I do this actually every other month now, and am happy to answer any questions. Let me look in the chat here. If you guys have any questions, I'd love to go through those. Kind of breezed right through that today. Hi, Pam. It's so good to see you. Any questions at all on where to go for certain resources? Oh, Deb. Deb, are you available? I did want to tell you guys about the huge Charlotte event. The slide is not in here, but you should be seeing a ton of posts about this on the Impact Worldwide page. So go to Impact Worldwide on Facebook, look at the link, get registered for the huge build event that Brent Gove is in charge of. Shelly Johnson is putting it all together. Deb is the coordinator of it all. But it is September 11th and 12th in Charlotte. So you just need to stay one night up there. They've done a great job of starting at the afternoon of the 11th, and then it continues the morning of the 12th, so that everybody doesn't have to stay a couple of nights if they don't want to. But over 1,000 people are going to be there, mostly East Coast EXP people, which is exciting. Build those referral networks, get up there and mingle with everyone. And I think we have over 30 speakers that are going to be talking about every different topic on building your business, whether it's lead generation or artificial intelligence, all of this awesome stuff. So if you haven't registered yet, I think it's only $50. It's really reasonable. Get up to Charlotte on September 11th and 12th. You will never look back. It's going to be an awesome trip. And an awesome, energizing event that I think we all could really use right now with all the craziness in the market. So I hope you can make it in September, and then to EXPCon in November this year. Any questions at all?
I just want to say thank you. I wanted to get a perspective with bringing in new agents so that I could just give them a smoother process. So
Yeah.
having this with the links like that is really good. I'll just create me a nice little cheat sheet so that it can help me guide them a little bit more. But thank you so much.
You are so welcome. And also that onboarding guide that is on impactworldwidegroup.com. I have found that you can download it, and it's something easy to send to people. But yeah, definitely that. And if they've updated it too, I'll tell you again, anyone new coming in, I don't, as their sponsor, I say, I can help you with anything, but I'm not the biggest help with onboarding. And here's why. If they pop into exp.world and they click on the agent services office, that is our onboarding office. When their avatar pops up in front of that staff member, the staff member can see the date they were sent their last email, or where the process of their onboarding might be snagged. You and I can't see that. We have no way of knowing anything on the back end. So I always say, for those first couple of weeks, really rely on that state agent care concierge and that agent expert care office, and they will help them through it within 30 seconds. Any questions?
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's good info.
Yeah, you're so welcome. Well, the ladies, thank you for your time today, and I hope you have a good rest of the week.
You too. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.